Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of SubQuery's Customer and Client Series. Today I'm lucky enough to be joined by Abhinav from DappLooker. Hey Abhinav, how you doing?
Hey, James, I'm good. Thank you for asking, and thank you for having me here.
Thanks for being up nice and early in the morning. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Right. So, yeah, we're just starting our day. So, yeah.
Tell us, maybe to start off, tell us about yourself, Abhinav. What's your background, what's your story, and how did you get into blockchain?
Right. So, hello everyone. This is Abhinav, co-founder DappLooker. So, I'm majorly involved in the business development and handling the front-end tech team for DappLooker. So, how I get involved in the blockchain? So, in the past, like I worked on lots of charts and visualization libraries in the Web 2.0 space. So, when I get to know about blockchain, so I saw there are lots of opportunities as blockchain data is hard to understand and it's very difficult to extract or get information, useful information. So, I thought like, why not create a platform where I can provide data in a understandable form to everyone. So that's why like we created DappLooker and yeah, yeah.
So tell us, what is DappLooker? Could you explain what is it and how would you use it?
Right. So to like give you a gist about DappLooker. So DappLooker is a multi-chain community-driven analytics and visualization platform on which user can like using can write SQL queries or using our drag and drop dashboard builder or you can say chart builder. You can create charts, dashboard, and share with everyone on the blockchain data. So we want to make data accessible to everyone. So users like don't need to be technical for that. So user from any background, be it marketing, be it business guy, anyone like can use our platform and create charts and dashboard on their blockchain data and get it started on the analytics and yeah, get it started on the analytics part.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I really like how you've built DappLooker to be as easy as possible to use, right? So you don't have to be a data scientist to be able to use DappLooker. It's very easy to create charts and build pretty cool illustrations and graphics that show off what's happening in these blockchains. Um,
Sure.
so that's pretty cool, Abhinav. I think one of the best things I like about DappLooker is that you make it very easy for a non-technical person. You don't have to be a data scientist to go on to DappLooker to look at the existing, and there's plenty of existing reports and dashboards there that you've already kind of pre-made, and you've already gone
Mm-hmm.
through and come up with pretty interesting analytics around these different projects. And
Mm-hmm.
DappLooker is easy to use by anyone. Like, how do you come up with these really cool visualizations?
So on our platform like DappLooker, you can like as you know, if we can create no, like charts and dashboards with ease. So with that, we have created a Polkadot auction contribution like retention dashboard, which is kind of a advanced analytics. So let me explain on that part. So now what we can do here like we have a couple of like number charts we have mentioned like total contributions, unique contributors, or like repeat contributors, contribution with 5+ contribution, which will be a kind of a helpful metrics I believe. And then like we have provided a weekly cohort analysis on contributions where you can see the weekly like contribution by the Polkadot users and like here like what you can do you can see like how the graph is moving in the upward direction on the downward direction, so it will give a very good idea like how things works there. So yeah, so if you like go to DappLooker and see a Polkadot auction and crowd loan dashboard, that will be I think helpful for the uh, users of like Polkadot users and the ecosystem.
Definitely. And Polkadot, the crowd loans and slot auctions were a very interesting time.
Right.
I remember personally doing some analytics on the different what happened,
Hmm.
and for me, managing or looking into that data was really difficult because I didn't have any tools like DappLooker to actually chart things. I just had this huge spreadsheet of all the different auction submissions and contributions, which is just unusable. So I'm
Right.
really looking forward personally to be able to use a tool like DappLooker to continue to do that kind of thing. And who else do you think, like what other customers do you think will use DappLooker mostly? Do you think it mostly be investors, or do you think it's just people interested in Polkadot?
So uh, like with the SubQuery integrations, it's kind of a anyone like like Polkadot users or the community members or like marketing guys or non-technical person or like anyone, developers can use the DappLooker platform and create charts and like dashboards with ease. So I believe there's no restriction on that part. Anyone from the community, be there like from any background, can use DappLooker platform with ease.
Yeah, no, awesome. So you're using SubQuery now, and so for those that are listening, DappLooker is the first team to complete the SubQuery grants program. They've completed all 3 milestones and completely integrated with SubQuery. Tell us what that looks like.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you, like the SubQuery team for providing us a like grant in the first cohort. So it was great working with the grant program. And like as you know, like SubQuery is a frontier for providing the data services for Polkadot dApps and services. So with this grant, what we have done the integration with SubQuery, and with this integration, like SubQuery users, Polkadot developers, and the complete ecosystem will be benefited, as they can easily do analytics and build dashboard on the Polkadot data with our like drag and drop chart and dashboard builder. So to tell you more about this grant, so it was a super smooth process. We really liked the process, and we were like very much like fascinated with that. We directly interacted with you and the Brittany, and you as a help us resolve any query we found during the process. So as you know, like we during the process while the integration, we faced couple of technical issues also, where we get we need to seek help from the technical team of SubQuery, and you guys helped us like very fast and resolve our queries. Because of that, we are able to do integration very fast. So it was super smooth process. It was great experience working with SubQuery grant program.
Yeah, so you've integrated SubQuery. So a user can go onto DappLooker today and they can look at some data sets you've already made, but they can also, I think one of the best things I like is that they can look at any SubQuery project on our hosted service. So they can use like Explorer to find any data set of any SubQuery project out there. And they can use DappLooker to pull that data in and then visualize and graph and chart that data or analyze that data in a better way. Which really is quite cool because it's any project. There's so many data sets from SubQuery that you can look at, and it's all available with DappLooker.
Right. So so in the during the integration, we wanted to make it easy for the community, so that they can easily connect any SubQuery project. So we integrated we have done we implemented a feature where like user can search for that SubQuery project, and they can easily the project will be populated, and they can select any of them. So we wanted to make that for everyone, so that anyone can from the SubQuery community can do the analytics easily.
So one thing about this, though, is that you're one of the few teams that have dived really deep, not just into SubQuery itself, but also into the API for our hosted service. How would that go?
Right. So for this, like I want to give 2 instances on that part. So in the integration, when we are when we doing the integration on the front end side, so there is a when a user wanted to register for a SubQuery project, so we have provided an autocomplete feature where user can search for any SubQuery project, and the project will be populated, and user can select out of that project. So for that, we have used a SubQuery API, and like that API is super fast. We get results very fast, get the data and result very fast. So that was very it was very good, for it makes the like registration process very fast. So it was very helpful. And with the second instance I want to give is like we have written a SubQuery indexer, so where it fetch data in the incremental order. So in that process we make a GraphQL request, so that is also very fast. So it was like overall a very great experience working with the or developing with the SubQuery API. So yeah, kudos to the developers in SubQuery team who made this, and so it was great working experience.
No, that's excellent. That's excellent. So more broadly, you've done this integration at SubQuery. DappLooker's now working with that. What's your roadmap for DappLooker? Where are you going to be in a year's time or 5 years' time? What's your plans?
Right. So as I can say, like, for the coming years, like for short term, we wanted to integrate as many network as possible or onboard as many apps as possible, so that we can provide analytics and visualization solution. And we are working to improve the DappLooker platform. Especially for like UX part, so that for any non-tech user can do analytics and visualization on our platform. And if you say like for the long term, we can say like we wanted to provide analysis of data like to everyone, and it should not be centralized. So users should collaborate with each other to create something that will be helpful for the community and should benefit from that. So we wanted to create a platform where user can do analytics and visualization collaboratively and get rewarded for that, for doing that part. So yeah, that's our plan for short and long term.
Yeah, excellent. And there's big talk these days around this whole multi-chain view, right? And you do a lot of work with different chains across the ecosystem, not just within Polkadot, but outside. What do you think? What's your views around the whole multi-chain play? Do you think we're going to increase the number of chains we have, and therefore increase the number of different data sets you have to work with, or do you think over 5 years that will decrease?
To answer that part, so I will say, if a blockchain like serving a strong purpose, then it will be helpful. Otherwise, like it's not very useful for the community, you can say. So that's totally like I think we for now, like we have lots of blockchain which are useful, but we also have lots of blockchain which are not very useful for the community. So I believe if in the future, if we focus on more making blockchain which are useful for the normal users, and if they get benefited out of that, so yeah, it will be good. Otherwise, like yeah, no.
Yeah. So last question I always ask people is, I don't know how long you've been in this ecosystem, Abhinav, but we're all quite new, right? It's quite an early ecosystem. Right. Everyone's new to blockchain in a way. What's your advice for someone that's thinking about coming across from a more traditional job in the traditional world? What's your advice for them?
Right. So as you said, like we are early in the space. To give an advice, so I want to say get your basics clear. Try to solve a purpose. Don't jump into the space because everyone is jumping in that space. So that's one advice I'm to give. And estimate if you are making something which will be useful for to everyone or for the user. So estimate that project and do it correctly, because nobody going to do for you. So you have to do that part. So yes, that's a piece of advice I want to give to anyone who wants to start into that space.
Well, Abhinav, thank you very much for coming today. If anyone wants to look at DappLooker, the first ever graduatee, the first team to graduate the SubQuery grants program, all 3 milestones done. Very good job. If you want to look at DappLooker, check out their website, and then from there you can go to the application. You can look at the existing example projects they have, which is one is on crowd loans and one is on Moonbeam staking.
Yeah. So yeah, right. So Moonbeam network dashboard.
Yeah. And you can have some pretty cool charts there. Great to help you discover someone to support with your staking a Moonbeam, or for you to be able to look at how the auctions are done, or how the auctions are progressing. But also, as we said, you can take any data set from SubQuery, and you can import that into DappLooker and start building charts, analysis, aggregations, anything your heart and mind desires. You can use DappLooker to find out that information. So really exciting. I'm going to use it myself quite a bit, and I expect a lot of people in the ecosystem will be doing the same.
Right.
Hey, thanks Abhinav for coming for your time today.
Thank you, James. Thank you for having me here, and it was great talking to you. It was fun having talking to you. Yeah, thank you so much.
It was a pleasure having you in our grants program, and I look forward to working more and more in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Like we are planning for something big, so yeah, we will do.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Looking forward to that day. Cheers, Abhinav.
Yeah. Cheers. Bye. Thank you.